Hello and welcome to the course for t-shirt design. This will be lesson number 4, creative rockstar t-shirt design using basic shapes and art brush. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you on how you can create a rockstar categorized t-shirt design using only basic shapes and the art brush tool. So let's get started. Now I have over here a A4 size artboard again, and we'll be using the brush tool over here and the pencil tool over here and few basic shapes over here to use the shapes and the various tools to make a rockstar themed or rockstar inspired design for a t-shirt. So let's get started. So for this rockstar themed design, we'll be going on and create a guitar. So we'll be only making the shape of a guitar, and then we're going to add some text into it to make it look pretty cool, as it's a rockstar themed t-shirt design. So at first I'm going to select no stroke. Then for fill, I'm going to go ahead like a lightish color over here. I'm going to use the ellipse tool, create one circle, then copy it, put it in the middle like that. Then I'm going to drag it on that side. Now I'm going to again copy this one over here a little bit farther. There you go, and copy that one again. But before I copy that, I want to scale it down a bit. I think this should be good enough. Put it at the center between those two. There you go. Then put it over here. Now I'm going to use the pencil tool. Before I use the pencil tool, I'm going to first select it. I'm going to use that line tool. So I'm going to first deselect everything. I'm going to use the line tool. Select it at the path over here. There you go. And then select this over here. Let's put it on that anchor. So this line, I cannot clearly see it. So I'm going to select that and select this one over here. I'm going to select the same color. So in order for me to select the same color, I'm going to go to color modes over here and then copy this one basically. And then over here, I'm going to like paste it. Copy this one. Then over here, I'm going to like paste it. There you go. Now I'll be able to see that stroke line. Now I'm going to select this one and do the same over here. There you go. I can see that one now. So I'm going to select it. I'm going to drag it like that. Then select the corner over here, put it over there. Select the other corner over here, put it over here. Now I'm going to copy it, this one again. This time, so I'm going to select this part over here to that anchor point and put this one over here on this anchor point. Now once I'm done with all of this, I'm just going to create another circle and put it like at the center over here, between these two. And then there you go. I'm going to change the color of this one a little bit darker, like that. And then I'm going to arrange it and bring it to front. There you go. Now what I want to do is select this object, and select this object over here. And then using the pen tool over here, I'm going to add an anchor point at the middle over here. For this one, I'll right click it, always press escape. I'm going to delete this one to create an anchor point over there. And I'm going to use the pen tool again. And for this path over here, create an anchor point right over there. Press escape to let go, but the anchor point is still created right over there. Now, by pressing and holding on Alt, I'm just going to make it a little bit curved. And first delete that one, select this one. There you go. That's the path over there, and that's the anchor point here at the middle. I'm going to curve it towards the middle a bit. I want to put in like an anchor point over there and then curve it, as you can see. There you go. So that it looks a little bit like a guitar. I think that looks perfect. Yes, that looks perfect. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and delete this. I'm just gonna copy this. And I'm going to right click on this and then transform and then reflect. I'm not going to reflect it vertically, I'm going to reflect it horizontally so that we have the same thing. Then press OK. And then I'm going to move it so that it gets aligned up perfectly at this part. Now I want to move it so that anchor points over here. I'm going to select that, the anchor points over here, it matches the points over here. There you go. Select that and match it over there. There you go. Use a pen tool again, and then there you go. Matched perfectly like that, as you can see. Now once that is done, I'm going to select this object, this object, this object, this object over here, and the rest below. Once I've selected this, I'm going to go ahead and use the shaper tool or the shape builder tool over here. I have to select everything again, and then the shape builder tool. Now I'm going to make it so that all of these are together as one single shape. But before that, I need to select these two objects first. Right click on it. Select this object. Use that tool. And then drag it so that it matches this part over here. There you go. And drag this one so that it matches this part over here. There you go. Same case for that one. So it matches over there. I'm using the direct selection tool over here. So once I'm done with that, I need to first group these together. So that these are all like one single group. There you go. Now I'm going to join up. Select this, use the shape builder tool again, and join them together as one single. The shape builder tool again. And this time the color over here. There you go. And I'm going to use a rectangular tool over here. There you go, and maybe select this part over here. Make it so that it matches the anchor points on both sides. There you go. And also take in this color, select this both, use the shape builder tool again, and connect all of this together. There you go. And that looks like a good base of a guitar. Now I want to put in like the handle. So again, the rectangle tool over here. I'm going to first select everything over here, and then drag it so that it looks like that. There you go. And scale it down a bit. There you go. And then use this tool over here. Select this part and drag it. I think this is enough. I guess, yes, this should be enough. This should be enough. Now I need to make some strings. So I can use the line tool over here and use this color over here. Copy the color over from over here. So Control C. And then use the color over here. Control V. Okay. And I can use the line color over here. So now we're going to add strings and add the head for the guitar. But before that, let me move it. Move this circle over here. And create another rectangle over here, which matches this color. And then select all of this together and use the... First, let me move this to top. There you go. Select all of them. And then use the shape builder tool. Add everything up in the shape. There you go. And change the color to this, aside from the circle over here. There you go. I want this entire object to be black. So let me join first everything and then select this and fill it up with the color black. And fill, and then this color white. There you go. Now for the head. For the head, I'm gonna go with a rectangle like this. I'm going to rotate it so that it matches. I think that matches up perfectly. I don't want to keep it like too simple, so I'm just going to select these nodes and match it up with this one. Select this node, match it up with this one. There you go. Select all of them, then use the shape builder tool and conjoin these two together. There you go. And again, use the rectangle tool to add in some knobs. Now, if you go to a website known as Flaticon, you'll have access to a lot of free source icons that you can use for designing any kind of like graphics in Illustrator or Photoshop. So I'm going to go ahead and download and import some, and then I'm going to show you on how those affect. So I'm going to go ahead and download a few music related icons from Flaticon, and I'll be right back. Now, as you can see, I have 3 images over here, or icons over here, that I have downloaded from Flaticon. Now, these are images, these are not shapes, but we can convert them into shapes. There is a way. So I'm going to select all of them. I'm going to add embed to them, and I'm going to click on image trace over here. There you go. And then expand. Once it's expand, it is now filled with shapes. Now I'm going to go ahead and use the shape builder tool now. And delete this. There you go. And then Ctrl+Shift+G to basically ungroup. There you go. Now I have different shapes. But I'm not going to ungroup them right now. This is right now image. I'm going to use the image trace option here, and then expand, then again the shape builder tool, and delete this. Now that is a shape. Same case with this. So embed first, image trace then expand, then use the shape builder tool to delete the background over there. There you go. Now I can go ahead and select the fill color over here to, let's say if I were to put it to white, it will turn to white. There you go. So I'm gonna go ahead, lower this down and put it right over here. Or I can like put in a color as well if I want to. As you see, the color I put in red, but it's not red. It's because you have to go select over here. Go over here and select the red color over there. Then you can freely change the colors and it will change the color accordingly. There you go. Same cases with the others. So I'm going to drag this, weigh this down, this thing up, this thing right over here. I'm going to change the color for this one into, let's say, navy blue. Then change it to navy blue over here. There you go. Now I'm going to ungroup them. There you go. And put like this on top. This will be below. So I'm going to go to arrange best and backward, or arrange center back. There you go. So in case for this one, I'm going to rotate it. Like this. I'm going to also send this one to back. There you go. I guess that works. And this one will be on front over here. Let me increase its size. There you go. So that it's much more visibly recognizable. Let me arrange and bring it to like the font. There we go. I think that works. I'm going to send this to the back. There you go. This one in the middle and this one over here. This one over here. There you go. That looks better. Now for this big one, I'm going to increase its size like this. Then I'm going to send it to the back, farmost back, and change its color to say, let's say ash. There you go. And decrease the transparency a bit. I want a circle shape over here, which is white. So I'm going to first put that in the center right over here. Increase its size. And then change the color to white. There you go. I think that looks wonderful. Now I'm going to use some star shapes now. So I'm going to go select the stars tool. Gonna select, let's say, a yellowish color, brightish yellow color. And then create stars. Then I'm going to select all the stars and send them to the back. And change this one's color to orange. This one's color. Let's say green. This one will be in the middle. There you go. Oh, I'm going to remove that because that does not go well with the overall color theme. Let me increase the opacity of this. And do some corrections. There you go. I think that looks wonderful. Now I'm just going to add another circle in the background. I'm going to change its color to red. There you go. A little bit smaller. That looks perfect. And then I'm going to arrange it and send it to the back. There you go. Now we're going to add in some text so that it looks much more better. So I'm going to go ahead and select the text and say rock first, then another text on. I'm going to select both of the texts, increase the size, change the text right over here and here. I'm going to select both the texts. I'm going to change the character typing of the text. There you go, that looks better. Now I'm going to increase the size of it. There you go. Now I'm going to add in a border and a fill color. I'll go for a bluish fill color. There you go. It looks one of those like 80s retro rock kind of design. A little bit closer on both of the sides. Then there you go. We have our design completed. But before that, I want to add like a stroke to the big music icon that we have. And add in or increase the stroke length of that. There you go. Also the circle as well. Let me add like a stroke to the circle and increase the stroke width of that one as well. 5 points is enough, I guess. Yes, there you go. Also for the rock on icons as well. Going to add the stroke. There you go. This looks much more better. Now let's see how it looks like on our mockup. So we have our mockup loaded up here. I'm gonna go into the smart objects files over here, and then I'm gonna paste it as pixels. There you go. We have it completely. Now I'm going to like lower down the scale a bit and put it at the center. And there you go, we have it. Now I'm going to go ahead and save it. And there you go, we have our rock style shape over here, and it looks pretty decent. There you go. That will be all for this lesson. I'll be seeing you in our next lesson. Thank you.